You notice it in the smallest moments first. The grocery bag feels heavier than it used to. The stairs look the same, but your legs do not. You rise from a chair and, without thinking, both hands press down on the armrest because your body no longer trusts itself. You do not say much. You smile when family asks if you are okay. You say you are just tired. But deep down, you feel that quiet fear creeping in. What if this gets worse? What if your strength slips away so slowly that nobody sees it until your freedom is gone? I need to tell you something that may surprise you. This is not just aging. Stay with me, because what you are about to learn could change everything. What you feel in your legs, your balance, and your grip is often called normal after 60. But too often, it is not normal at all. It is sarcopenia, the silent loss of muscle that steals strength, speed, and confidence one day at a time. And the painful part is this. You were almost never told how much of it connects to what lands on your plate. While powders, pills, and flashy promises keep filling shelves, one simple food keeps getting ignored. But here is the truth they never wanted you to know. If you're over 60, if your legs feel weaker, if standing up feels slower, if your morning body feels tight, heavy, and older than you feel inside, this is for you. I am Dr. Alina Serratia, and today I want to show you why one humble grain deserves far more respect than it gets, and how to use it in a way that actually supports aging muscle. And the part most people miss is not the grain itself. It is how you prepare it, pair it, and time it. Most people think quinoa is just another trendy side dish, something you order in a cafe, chew politely, and forget by dinner. But here is what the research actually shows. Quinoa is one of the rare plant foods that brings all 9 essential amino acids to the table. The protein building blocks your muscles cannot make on their own. That matters more after 60 because your body stops responding to small, weak protein meals the way it did when you were younger. Your muscles become stubborn. They need a stronger signal. In a remarkable nutrition review published through the National Library of Medicine, scientists described quinoa as a superior plant protein because it provides all 9 essential amino acids with especially strong levels of lysine and meaningful leucine support, along with magnesium, iron, potassium, and fiber. That matters because muscle does not rebuild from hope. It rebuilds from raw material. Your body takes those amino acids, breaks them down, and uses them like bricks and repair tools to patch worn muscle fibers after walking, climbing, lifting, and simply living through the day. And this is what that feels like in real life. That weak, shaky feeling in your thighs when you first stand up after sitting too long. That drained feeling halfway through the grocery store. That sense that your legs have less to give than your mind wants from them. When your meals do not bring enough usable protein. Your muscles stay underfed. Quinoa will not work magic overnight, but it gives your body something real to work with instead of leaving your muscles empty and waiting. Here is how I want you to use it. Start with 3/4 of a cup of cooked quinoa within 30 minutes of breakfast or lunch, not buried late at night when your body is winding down. Pair it with one protein-rich partner, like 2 eggs, 3/4 of a cup of Greek yogurt, or half a cup of cottage cheese. That combination matters because quinoa brings the full amino acid profile, and the added protein helps you move closer to the stronger muscle-building threshold older adults need at each meal. Cook 1 part quinoa in 2 parts water, simmer for about 15 minutes, then let it rest, covered, for 5 more. Now here is the part most people miss. Rinse quinoa before cooking it. Really rinse it. That removes the bitter outer coating called saponin, which can upset a sensitive stomach and make seniors avoid it before they ever give it a fair chance. And once you feel what this simple grain can do, the next truth becomes even more important, because complete protein is only the beginning. The real muscle switch comes next. A lot of people still believe only meat can truly wake up aging muscles. But here is what the research actually shows. One of the biggest reasons sarcopenia speeds up after 60 is something called anabolic resistance, which simply means your muscles stop reacting strongly to protein. They hear the signal, but they do not answer well. That is where leucine matters, one of the amino acids tied to the muscle-building trigger. Quinoa is not the richest leucine food on Earth, but it helps you build a better meal around that trigger instead of missing it altogether. In a landmark 2012 study on older adults, researchers found that after just 2 weeks of adding 4 grams of leucine to each of 3 daily meals, the body's post-meal muscle protein synthesis rate rose from 0.075 to 0.10% per hour. That is a meaningful jump in how strongly aging muscle responded to food. Why did it happen? Because leucine helps flip on mTOR, a master repair switch inside muscle cells that tells your body, build here, rebuild now. Once that switch turns on, muscle repair moves faster and more efficiently. This is why your lunch matters more than you think. A small bowl of soup and a cracker may quiet your hunger, but it does not give your muscles a loud enough message. Quinoa helps because it gives structure to the meal. It turns a snack into something stronger. When you combine 3/4 of a cup of cooked quinoa with 2 eggs and a spoonful of pumpkin seeds, or with half a cup of edamame and a little olive oil, you create a meal that speaks more clearly to tired muscle tissue. Try this within 2 hours after a walk, resistance band session, or a short round of sit-to-stands from your favorite chair. That timing helps because your muscles are more ready to receive nutrients right after they have been challenged. Here is my pro trick. Do not eat quinoa alone if muscle rebuilding is your goal. Pair it with a richer protein source every time. Quinoa opens the door, but the added protein helps push the repair signal through. And once you understand that, the next surprise gets even better because this grain does something many seniors have been wrongly told to fear. It helps you use carbohydrates the right way. For years, many older adults hear the same message: avoid carbs, avoid grains, avoid anything that is not pure protein. But here is what the research actually shows. Your muscles need fuel as much as they need building blocks. Without enough quality carbohydrate, your body may start borrowing energy from your own tissue instead. That means the wrong kind of low-food eating can leave you weaker, not stronger. Quinoa is different from refined grains because it digests more slowly, brings fiber with it, and supports steadier energy instead of the fast spike and crash you get from white bread or sugary snacks. In a groundbreaking 2021 randomized crossover trial involving the Jean Mayer USDA Human Nutrition Research Center on Aging at Tufts University and several partner institutions, adults who ate a whole grain diet with 50 grams of whole grains per 1,000 calories for 2 8-week periods had a 24-hour net protein balance that was 3 times higher than when they ate a matched refined grain diet. In the same research, whole grain extracts boosted muscle cell protein synthesis by 27% in lab testing. That matters because whole grains appear to strengthen the body's fed state response the moment after a meal when muscle repair should be rising. What does that mean for your body? It means the meal itself works harder for you. Instead of a fast burn that leaves you sleepy and hungry again, your body gets a steadier stream of fuel. That heavy, dragging feeling in your legs by mid-afternoon often comes from unstable energy and underfed muscles working on fumes. Quinoa helps calm that cycle. Your legs feel less empty. Your afternoon feels less shaky. Your body stops acting like it is constantly trying to catch up. I think about Linda, age 72, from Ohio. She told me her worst moment came when she paused halfway up the stairs to her bedroom and pretended she had stopped just to catch her breath. In truth, her thighs were burning and her confidence was collapsing. She had tried skipping meals, then protein powders, then expensive bars she did not even enjoy. What changed first was simple. She replaced the white toast and crackers at lunch with a warm quinoa bowl, black beans, spinach, olive oil, and lemon. Within a few weeks, she said the stairs stopped feeling like a wall. She could climb them without touching the hallway paint for support. Her story is not unique. Right now, thousands of seniors across the country are discovering exactly this. Use quinoa as a swap, not just an addition. Replace white rice, crackers, or refined pasta at one daily meal with 3/4 to 1 cup of cooked quinoa. Add half a cup of black beans or lentils, a handful of spinach, and a drizzle of olive oil. Squeeze lemon on top because vitamin C helps your body absorb more of the iron in the meal. And here is a small insider tip that makes a real difference. Cook extra, cool it, and use it the next day. Cooled quinoa develops more resistant starch, a type of starch that digests more slowly and supports steadier blood sugar. And that matters because the next benefit has nothing to do with protein alone. It has to do with how your muscles actually move. Many people think muscle loss is only about protein, but here is what I want you to hear from me clearly. Protein is necessary, but it is not sufficient. Your muscles also depend on minerals and oxygen delivery. They need help contracting, relaxing, and recovering. Harvard nutrition experts now stress that magnesium, iron, potassium, and good quality carbohydrates work together with protein to protect aging muscle. And quinoa brings all of those into one bowl in a way many popular senior diets simply do not. When magnesium runs low, muscles tighten more easily and recover more slowly. When iron runs low, your muscles get less oxygen and everything feels harder than it should. That slow, rubbery feeling in your calves. That strange heaviness in your knees after a short walk. That fading energy halfway through folding laundry. Those are not always signs that you are lazy or old. Sometimes they are signs your muscles are undersupplied. Quinoa helps because it carries magnesium for contraction and relaxation, iron for oxygen support, and potassium for nerve and muscle function. Here is the most useful way to eat it, if this sounds like you. Make a simple lunch bowl with 3/4 of a cup of cooked quinoa, half a cup of chickpeas, a cup of sautéed spinach, a tablespoon of olive oil, and fresh lemon. Eat it earlier in the day when you still need strength to move, not after everything important is done. The chickpeas raise the protein. The spinach and quinoa bring minerals. The lemon helps with iron absorption. The olive oil improves flavor and helps you stay full without that weighed down feeling. And here is something most people never think to do. Let the cooked quinoa sit for 5 to 10 minutes after simmering before you fluff it. That small rest improves texture, makes it easier to chew, and helps it blend better with soft foods if your teeth are sensitive. You do not need a perfect jaw to eat for strong muscles. You need a plan that respects the body you live in now. Before we go any further, I want to take one moment to speak directly to you. If what you are hearing today is helping you, if even one thing has made you think or given you a little hope, please take 3 seconds and hit that like button. You have no idea how much it means. Every single like tells us that real people, real seniors, are finding value in this content. Subscribe to Dr. Alina Serratia and turn on the bell so you never miss a video like this one. I promise you, everything we create here is made with one purpose only: to help you stay strong, stay healthy, and stay independent for as long as possible. And I would love to hear from you personally. Drop a comment below and tell me this. What everyday task has started to feel harder lately? Stairs, shopping bags, getting up from a chair, or something else? Your story matters. I read every single comment. And if this video has moved you or helped you in any way, the super thanks button is a beautiful way to say so. Every contribution keeps this channel alive for seniors who need it most. Now let me show you where quinoa becomes truly powerful. Most people think any protein at any time will do the job. But here's what the research actually shows. Aging muscle responds better when protein is spread properly through the day, not saved for one giant dinner. Researchers studying older adults now recommend about 25 to 30 grams of protein at main meals, with roughly 2.5 to 3 grams of leucine, because tiny meals do not give aging muscle enough of a reason to rebuild. In plain words, your muscles need a stronger knock on the door. This is where quinoa shines as a foundation food. On its own, it does not hit that full target, but it makes reaching the target easier, cleaner, and more sustainable. Instead of relying on powders or giant portions of meat, you can build balanced meals that your body actually tolerates. Breakfast is the meal where older adults most often fall short. That is a problem because your muscles then spend half the day waiting for the first repair signal to arrive. So here is what I want you to try. In the morning, make a warm quinoa breakfast bowl using 3/4 of a cup of cooked quinoa, 3/4 of a cup of Greek yogurt, 2 tablespoons of chopped walnuts, and a handful of berries. If you prefer savory food, use cooked quinoa with 2 scrambled eggs and a side of sauté mushrooms. At lunch or dinner, pair the same amount of quinoa with salmon, tofu, chicken, lentils, or cottage cheese. The goal is not just to eat quinoa. The goal is to use quinoa to help each meal cross the line from weak to useful. My pro tip is simple and powerful. Do not let dinner carry your entire protein day. Front-load it. Give your muscles something meaningful at breakfast and lunch when you still have hours of movement ahead. That one change often makes the next morning feel different. Standing feels cleaner. Walking feels steadier. Your body stops beginning each day in a deficit. And that brings me to the final truth, because even the best grain in the world works best when you stop treating it like a side dish and start treating it like part of your recovery plan. Some people hear all this and still think the answer must be a supplement, a powder, a shake, a fancy muscle formula in a plastic tub. But here is what careful research tells us. Whole foods still matter deeply, especially when they work with movement instead of pretending to replace it. Harvard experts note that protein combined with strength training leads to the best improvements in muscle mass and strength in older adults. A clinical review of protein support in seniors also found that total daily protein, around 1.2 to 1.5 grams per kilogram, especially when paired with resistance exercise, can improve muscle mass, gait speed, and function in older adults who are not already eating enough. That means quinoa works best when it joins your routine, not when it tries to become the whole routine. Use it after resistance band work. Use it after a walk. Use it after chair squats, wall push-ups, or step-ups at the kitchen counter. Give your muscles a reason to grow, then give them the food to answer that reason. This is how you rebuild dignity in the body. Not with one miracle food. With one smart food used the right way, again and again. Make this easy on yourself. Batch cook quinoa twice a week. Store it in the fridge. Keep portions ready so that when you finish moving your body, even for 10 minutes, your recovery meal is already waiting. Add half a cup to soup. Stir it into chili. Spoon it under salmon. Fold it into eggs. Here is the pro trick that saves people from quitting. Season it differently each time. Cinnamon and berries in the morning. Garlic and herbs at lunch. Olive oil and lemon at dinner. Same grain, new life. And when you do that, quinoa stops being a health idea and starts becoming a habit your muscles can count on. Before we close, I want to say this with care. Everything I have shared today is for education, encouragement, and hope. It is not a replacement for personal medical advice. If you live with diabetes, kidney disease, heart disease, digestive issues, or if you take prescription medicine, please speak with your doctor or dietitian before making major changes to your diet. I say that because I want you stronger, not riskier. I want you safe, informed, and supported every step of the way. So let us bring this home. Quinoa fuels aging muscle with complete protein when your body needs better building blocks. It helps support the leucine signal that tells tired muscle fibers to repair and grow. It replaces refined grains with steadier fuel that supports stronger protein balance after meals. It delivers magnesium, iron, potassium, and fiber that help your muscles contract, recover, and keep moving. It helps you build smarter meals across the day so your muscles stop waiting for nourishment. And when you pair it with simple strength work, it becomes more than a grain. It becomes part of your plan to rebuild, restore, and protect your independence. Now, I want one thing from you today. Do not try to change everything. Pick one meal before this day is over and make quinoa part of it. Just one. Eat it with real protein. Notice how your body feels tonight. Then notice how it feels tomorrow morning when you stand up, when you walk to the bathroom, when you climb the first set of stairs, when you carry something across the room. Come back and tell me what you noticed in the comments. One small step taken today matters more than a perfect plan you never begin. If this video meant something to you, if it gave you one new idea, one new reason to believe that your best days are still ahead, then please share it with someone you love, a parent, a friend, a neighbor who is struggling. You might not realize it, but sharing this video could be the thing that changes their life. Subscribe to Dr. Alina Serratia if you have not yet. Every video we make is designed for one purpose: to remind you that aging does not have to mean slowing down, giving up, or losing the things you love most. You have worked too hard for too many years to simply accept weakness as your fate. You deserve to feel strong. You deserve to move freely. You deserve to live fully. And I will be right here every single week, giving you the tools to do exactly that. Take care of yourself. Stay active. Stay strong. Have a blessed day. And as always, breathe easy.